This is a turbo coolant line replacement on a BMW 2012 model 750Li FO1 FO2 engines. A few months ago I noticed that I had some blue crud all over the floor. Took off my cover plate on the motor, saw that I had blue crud all over the top of the alternator. I don't even know how that thing was still running. However, I took it to BMW. They told me it's going to cost me upwards of $2,000 or more because of the labor-intense job that it would take to do this. I thought that was nuts because we're talking about 4 lines. All right. Anyway, after research, I found that the OEM clamps on the turbo lines were all loose. I could turn them with my hand without much force. Well, that things are under pressure. So anyway, I bought new lines, new hoses. They all come together and connected with the OEM clamps. Anyway, I took the clamps off, replaced them with some stainless steel fuel line clamps. Basically do the same thing. And if they come loose, you just tighten them up. Anyway, see what I did. Hope it gives you some a mindset to do your own. This will save you some money. Actually, here you can see that I'm removing the lines, and you can see that I'm twisting these things, and they just twist. I can't believe it was even holding coolant at this point. Anyway, I took my time. I removed parts as I took them off. I set them on the floor. And placed them in a position that I took them off so that it made it easier for me to put them back on. I've never done this before, but they're parts. They either go on one way or they don't go. So this was my strategy for doing it, and I sure hope it helps somebody because it's way cheaper than $2,000. Well, this is what's in there. I took the alternator out. Now I can clean. Only problem is I have this. It is a disaster. As you can see, it's full of antifreeze or European antifreeze, which flakes up. It almost looked like cereal. It took me some time to get in there to clean it out because it's pretty tight, but I used some seafoam carburetor spray with a fiber cloth, and you see me here with the brush, and just do your best, man. Dig in there and get it out. Get it off your lines. I'm not sure if the stuff corrodes, but you can see here, once that foam sits in there, it does do a job on it cleaning. After the job was completed on the cleaning, it looked very nice. And I could see people freaking out if they looked at their engine one day and they saw that blue crud. It was probably running straight to the dealership. My hoses wasn't really that bad. It's just that the clamps were failing. And so I did a little cleaning. Now I'm going to just connect them right back using some standard hoses. And it goes right in there. Look at that. Yep. Give me a second. Okay. After a little bit of cleaning, I get that little crud out of that turbo and clean off all the other crud. But you can see what I'm doing here. So you pop these puppies off. You see how loose that is? That's why they were leaking in the first place. I think they should have had some type of rivet on the edge of these these stainless steel fittings, and that would have prevented that. But anyway, so that's gonna go there. And so, see how easy it is? I'm gonna tie it down with some fuel line clips. And I'm gonna take this one off real quick. Sorry I can't hold the camera to show you guys, but stand by. As you can see here, I'm messing with these hoses, and you could just see how loose they are. But you can see here I'm clamping down. I'm actually using a towel cutting tool to grab hold to this little barb on one end, and you just squeeze it open and pull it apart. And you can see here they're not very hard, and just pop them off, and you just wedge off your line. I did a lot of cleaning. The Seafoam carburetor spray really worked pretty good, cleaning all of your aluminum back up. These turbo lines were also loose. They have some they have a rubber gasket that I guess came ajar from overtime, and it will build up a little oil residue, which will also mix in with your coolant. So you want to make sure when you replace all that to order you some new gaskets for the intake for the turbo lines. They're about $90 a piece. But once you put those in there, it seals up everything really tight, especially after you clean it. But make sure you do your job on cleaning, because I'm not sure if this European coolant will, over time, as it flakes up like it does, mess with your other fittings, because you have some oil fittings underneath the turbo intake that you got to take all this stuff apart to change them as well, which is a Y connector, and you'll see in some other videos on here. But yeah, take your time, clean it. You can't hurt it. You know, be sure if you do this and try to tackle it yourself, make sure you disconnect this one from here. I put this over so it doesn't get nothing. But that kills the power to here, so when you're moving your alternator, you don't have any issues. So yeah. Just wanted to show you some of the new stainless steel lines that I decided to keep, or not use rather. But this is this line right here, and if you could see this, it goes down and under, and it hooks up right here on the other side. It was no sense in taking this off just to put this new rubber. It was just stupid to me to do that after I got into everything. This line comes as one piece right here. So that's 1, 2, 3. And then this little one here is 4. I mean, come on, man. Why did you need to take all those off if nothing's wrong with them? Here's the other one. You know, this one goes here. It just makes no sense to change these. But anyway, I just wanted to show you that. I mean, you could buy the complete lines if you want and change them. I did. I wind up not using them. But as you can see, this bad boy's back up and running. I'll crank it up just to let you see. But, you know, while I was in here, I changed my my air filters. I changed my O2 sensors. Pretty much it. If you could see here, that is the alternator. Man, that thing was scary looking when I first took this thing apart. I didn't know what to think, but I cleaned it, took it out, cleaned it up. Drained my fluids, replaced them with new fluids, and she's purring like a kitten. Stand by, I'll let you see that. Yeah, so as you can see, cranks up. It's not making weird noises. You hear the turbos. I mean, that thing is running nice. And I did it right here in the garage by myself. And I saved about at least $2,000 to $3,000. So I hope this helps somebody out. And appreciate you for watching.